65 games leading to this point. It's the final game of the Kanto Basketball Association regular season, and what better matchup to close it out with than the Celadon City Slashers against Johto's Lake of Rage. Curtis Coleman bringing you the action for the KBA on Elite Four TV, and there are some major playoff stakes in this game. Actually, a little less major than you'd expect, but there are still some stakes in this game. Celadon's locked into third. This game essentially means nothing for them other than who they're playing in round one. They'll either finish 8-4 or 7-5 on the year. And as I said, they're locked into third. As for Lake of Rage, a win in this game, they finish 6th. They would face Celadon in the first round, actually. A loss, they're 8th seed. They take on Goldenrod. No one wants to face the War Turtles, even though Lake of Rage has beaten them this season. I think they'd rather face the Celadon City Slashers. By the way, it's rivalry month, closing out with a matchup between Red Gyarados and Gyarados. What a game this should be. Red Gyarados has really been heating up in his most recent games. Meanwhile, Gyarados trying to make one final push for the MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Does Alakazam have it locked up? I don't know. We'll see. Sources say that actually Celadon City will be focusing on seeing Gyarados thrive in this situation, as this game, theoretically, like I said, means nothing in terms of their seeding. Hitmonchan missed a game winner the last time these two teams faced off. Celadon was up 6 with under a minute to go and nearly lost it. It was an incredible comeback attempt by Lake of Rage. Unfortunately for them, it came up just short. It's not just the fate of these two teams in their hands, though. There are a couple other teams that are actually affected by this matchup. Kanto is watching, hoping they don't get the 8th seed. They get the 7th seed with the Lake of Rage loss, as they would be in the 8th seed. Meanwhile, Pallet Town would be 6th seed with Lake of Rage loss, and with a Lake of Rage victory, they would be the 7th seed and facing Saffron in round 1. Meanwhile, Mushroom Kingdom and Central City will be facing off against each other, but actually the host of that game depends on who wins this game, due to tiebreaker rules. A complicated set of tiebreaker rules, that is. If Lake of Rage wins, it'll be Mushroom Kingdom finishing 4th place. Meanwhile, if Celadon wins, it will be Central City in the 4th seed. Take a look at the starting lineups. It's the same as it's been all year. Here we go. Final game of the KBA regular season about to tip off, and who else to do it but Gyarados and Gyarados. Here we go. Shiny Gyarados wins that tip-off, and here comes Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan struggled, as he tends to do in losses, in their loss against Celadon City. I mentioned missed that game-winning shot, or what would be a game-winning shot, over Parappa. Feraligatr's going to kick it out to Raichu. Raichu moving inside, gets into the paint. Raichu stumbles a little. He's going to have to get a shot off. Hucks it up. That's no good. It's rebounded by Parappa, the best rebounding point guard in the KBA, trying to make one last push for all KBA first party, and perhaps all defensive. Nice feed to Scyther for the bucket. Scyther opening the scoring. Scyther making a case for all rookie. Like I said, awards voting will start after this game as Primeape soars in and throws it down. Primeape, another player who's really been on a heater recently. Lake of Rage, the #1 offense in the KBA this year. Also the last ranked defense, unfortunately, so expect to see a potentially high-scoring game. Parappa's going to find Scyther on the outside. Could have had a 3, decides not to take it. At the top, Scyther looking to his left. Scyther still dribbling. Scyther against Raichu. Scyther moves in, puts it up. It's no good. Rebound to Feraligatr. Feraligatr, another potential MVP candidate at one point, kind of faded away, but still looking to finish on a high note. Luffy is going to foul Primeape as he goes up for it. I mentioned Primeape just has been fantastic in recent games. Only scored 4 when they faced off last time, but that was just their second game of the season for each of these teams. Primeape, in his last 3 games, 20 points, 18 points, 18 points. In fact, he's got 6 straight games scoring at least 10 points. One of the longer streaks in the KBA, certainly. Primeape first shot is good. Second shot on the way. It's good. Primeape's got 4. Primeape averaging over 16 points a game. 16.5 points a game in his last 6. And a 3 from Luffy won't go. Here comes Raichu the other way. It's a feed to Hitmonchan, who puts it in. Hitmonchan, the KBA's leading scorer, trying to close out a scoring title. Luffy with it. Luffy on the other side. It's going to take a dud performance for Hitmonchan to not win the scoring title, but you know, it still could happen. Scyther's going to drain a 3, 6-5. Scyther scored all 5 points for Celadon. It's Primeape. Gets a screen from Shiny Gyarados. Going to pull up from the free throw line. It's going to bounce off the backboard. Rebound. Shiny Gyarados can't put it in. And Gyarados has the board. Scyther to Luffy. Luffy's going to move in. Luffy into the paint now. Use his rubber arms to stretch out. That won't go. It's rebounded by Hitmonchan. A solid board. Here comes Feraligatr. Gives it off to Hitmonchan at the top. Luffy's defending Hitmonchan. That's an interesting mismatch. Hitmonchan stumbles a little bit. It's going to send it to Primeape in the corner. Parappa got too comfortable. Primeape's got it from 3. Primeape's got 7. I mentioned Primeape on a heater, averaging 16 points a game. That would be, in his last 6, that would be the league scoring leader, actually. Hitmonchan averaging just over 16 points a game, so Primeape has had a fantastic second half of the season. Speaking of Hitmonchan, he's going to get a foul against Parappa. Parappa will head to the free throw line. Rappa and Hitmonchan also 2 major candidates for Clutch Player of the Year, and that one's a bit more difficult to figure out, you know. It's entirely about watching the games, and in fact, in my documents, I made in my stat sheet, actually, I've made a set of notes to describe the final minute of each game. Parappa's going to hit the first free throw. He had 17 when these 2 teams faced off for the first time. Was by far named player of the game. 70% from the field as well. 17 points, 2 rebounds. Second free throw on the way. Good. Parappa, an extremely strong shooter. Won the 3-point contest. And just extremely efficient. Here comes Lake of Rage. Gyarados tips it away, but Scyther's going to get the block against Shiny Gyarados. Great defense by Celadon City. Coach MF Doom looking on, trying to secure an 8-4 record for his squad. Celadon enters 7-4. One of the most interesting teams you'll ever see, because they actually have a negative point differential. And it's a negative point differential by quite a bit. They could finish 8-4 with a negative point differential. And there's another block, this time by Gyarados, against his shiny counterpart. Timeout called by Lake of Rage. They cannot break through the wall of defense right now. On this possession, at least. 9-7, Lake of Rage still leads, but obviously would like to score on this possession. 3.2 on the shot clock. Hitmonchan runs to the corner. Shiny Gyarados looking for someone to pass to. He's going to send it to Feraligatr. Hitmonchan for 3. Got it! They drew it up. Feraligatr swings it outside. A little misdirection. And it works out for Lake of Rage. Here's Scyther on the other side. Scyther scored 5 of the 7 points for Celadon. Drives right by and throws it down. That's Scyther with 7 already. Looking like one of his best games of the year. Feraligatr sends it inside. Primeape with the finish. And this is what I'm talking about. It's a fast-paced game whenever Lake of Rage is playing. There's a reason they have the #1 offense and the #11 defense. Parappa Takes it inside, finishes with the left hand. Parappa's got 4. Both teams shooting quite well so far, 50% for both sides. Primeape gives it to Raichu, stolen by Scyther. Scyther all over the court early on. Scyther gets a screen from Gyarados. It's not a very good one. Scyther nearly lost it, gives it to Gyarados. Scyther back into the paint. It's a tough finish, but he gets it to go. Reaches his wing around shiny Gyarados and finishes with the scoop. Scyther has 9 points already. Hitmonchan on the other side takes it in. Gonna be fouled by Gyarados. And Gyarados cannot believe it. The league's block leader says, come on, man. Hitmonchan heading to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Well, to be fair, Hitmonchan is pretty clear of everyone else in terms of the scoring race. It's up to 6 points now, I believe with that, Hitmonchan clinches the scoring title. So congratulations to Hitmonchan, the KBA Season 1 scoring champion. Obviously, I'm sure he wants more than that. But hey, that's an accolade to his name. Granted, I'm not sure how well that'll look, considering he only shoots he shoots under 38% from the field. One of the least efficient players in the KBA, in fact. Parappa on the other side finds Scyther. Can't finish. It's rebounded by Primeape. Primeape taking it up the court and guarded by Inteleon. Now, if these two teams, you're talking about bench, the advantage is clearly with Lake of Rage. It just is. Shiny Gyarados inside. Can't finish over Scyther. Rebound will put it in. Shiny Gyarados has been strong on the putbacks as recently. They're up 18-13 already. Celadon going into their bench. That's an interesting choice, especially considering how shallow their bench is. Probably outside of Lavender, the team that's most heavily reliant on their starters. Parappa works his way in. Oh, nice Euro step around Hitmonchan to get free and finishes. Parappa's got 6. Only 2 players have scored for Celadon so far. Going to be a timeout called by Lake of Rage. They're up 18-15 right now. It's been a story of the guards and the wings. The bigs have been really quiet so far. In fact, Gyarados yet to score. Big blue Gyarados. Shiny Gyarados, the inbounder. That goes to Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan's against Parappa. He's looking to his right. Hitmonchan isolated. Hitmonchan lets it fly. No good. That was a weird shot, but Shiny Gyarados is inside. Gets the shooting foul against Scizor. And this is what Lake of Rage does better than anybody. Lake of Rage is the best offensive rebounding team in the KBA. Ursaring's the best offensive rebounder, but the best offensive rebounding team, you got Gyarados, who's a great offensive rebounder. Feraligatr's an elite offensive rebounder. They might be the second and third best offensive rebounders in the league. And that's another thing that makes Lake of Rage so dangerous. It's, in fact, really why they beat Goldenrod, because of getting so many second chance opportunities. It's a team that's never truly out of a possession until the other team has the ball. Shiny Gyarados makes the first free throw. Shiny Gyarados had 4 points when these two teams last played, and he's already up to 4 in the first quarter. 20-15 the lead, and lots of starters still on the court. For Lake of Rage, and Shiny Gyarados is going to block the shot from Gyarados. Marshadow to Hitmonchan against Mr. Rhyme. Gives it off to Primeape. Primeape against Inteleon. Primeape takes it inside. Finishes! Look at Primeape once again taking on the scoring load. 11 points. What a revelation Primeape's been in the second half of the season. Gyarados at the top. Gives it to Alolan Sandslash. Gets a screen. Alolan Sandslash hits the shot. That's a 2. First bench points coming from Celadon. In fact, the third scorer in this game for Celadon. They've been so reliant on Parappa and Scyther. It's Hitmonchan. Passing it. Shiny Gyarados shoots it a little too heavy, and it's rebounded by Alolan Sandslash. Mr. Rime against Marshadow. Blocked by Shiny Gyarados. Rebound goes to Hitmonchan. It's Feraligatr taking the pass. He's up against Scizor in the post. Spin around. Ooh, look at that. That was pretty post work from Feraligatr. 24-17, Lake of Rage. An offensive explosion against the DPOI favorite. And perhaps they're just trying to rip that out of his hands. And, well, I guess metaphorical hands. He's going to grab his own rebound. Gyarados puts it up. That's in and out. It's rebounded by Hitmonchan. And I know Yoshi from Mushroom Kingdom watching this game is thanking the gods right now. That shot, good from Primeape. 26-17. I mean, the worse their defense looks as a unit, the better it looks for Yoshi, who leads the #1 defense in the league. It's Inteleon. Waiting. Still waiting, lets it fly. No good. Confident miss. And that'll do it for the opening quarter. Lake of Rage has come out here and look like they're playing for their lives. Even though they've already clinched a playoff spot, they are setting the world on fire offensively. Primeape leads the way with 13 points. Lake of Rage leads 26-17 through 1. Welcome back to the final regular season game for the KBA this season on Elite Four TV. Curtis Coleman bringing you the action, and it is Lake of Rage coming out here in the final game of Rivalry Month looking motivated. A win in this game means these two face off once again in the playoffs, and Lake of Rage looking great so far. Primeape leads the way with 13, and it's 26-17. They lead the Celadon City Slashers. It's Executor. Finds Mr. Rime. He lets it fly. That's good. Mr. Rime was the second leading scorer for Celadon when these two teams faced off, so it was really their point guards getting the job done. Arcanine, on the other side, gives it to Primeape. Primeape, 13 points. That's above his season scoring average already. He had 13 points in the first quarter. Arcanine takes the feed from Feraligatr, gets it to go. Another thing that they bring to the table, Lake of Rage, is their passing. Their ball movement is exceptional. It's exceptional among their bigs. They've got maybe the two best passing bigs in the entire KBA on their team, and it's what makes them run as a unit so much. That Feraligatr, Shiny Gyarados duo, even if Groudon and Entei are out there, they work so well, their bigs, as a group. And that's what makes them so fascinating to watch. Marshadow's on the outside. It's going to let it fly. It's not a 3. It's just a bad shot selection that's rebounded by Executor. And that's really the thing that's mainly holding them back. Hitmonchan and Marshadow both have terrible shot selection. And so when their shots aren't falling, they're taking some really bad shots. And that often costs them opportunities. Scizor can't put it in, can't get the tip to go either, but he grabs the rebound and throws it down. Scizor, the first big for Celadon to get on the board. It's a 6-point game. Arcanine finds Shiny Gyarados against Executor. Interesting matchup. Feraligatr gets it. Feraligatr working against Scizor. Feraligatr is going to find Shiny Gyarados. Can't bank it home. It's rebounded by Executor. Executor trying to make one final case for 6th Mon of the year. Looked to be in the contention for it at one point in the year. Now, not so much anymore. He's kind of cooled off. Alolan Sandslash with it. It's Luffy on the outside, 2 on the shot clock. He's going to have to let it fly here. Over Primeape, it's no good. It's rebounded by Marshadow. Marshadow dribbles it up. You can bet Marshadow's thinking, how am I going to shoot this ball? Marshadow, alley-oop! Shiny Gyarados, a little too much. He didn't get enough air, I think, or enough length in his jump to get there. Other side, Mr. Rhyme can't finish either. It's going to be a foul against Feraligatr. Mr. Rhyme heading to the free throw line. Nice feed by Luffy. Great vision. Threads the needle in between Arcanine and Feraligatr. And I mean, look at that shot. It bounces off one side of the rim, then the other side of the rim, and then rolls out somehow. I think Mr. Rhyme's probably in a little bit of disbelief there. Now, Ditto on the bench. So we just saw a clip of Ditto. Ditto's the coach of Lake of Rage. It's been a weird season. Ditto clearly loves the high-flying offensive power. Mr. Rhyme's first free throw is good. As I was saying, Ditto is such an interesting coach selection because, theoretically, Ditto could be playing at any point, and we wouldn't know. And you think maybe they pull that out in the playoffs? Do they test it out this game? It's an interesting question, and it certainly is a creative option if they want to add a level of unpredictability to their game. It's Arcanine. I don't think there are any rules saying coaches can't play. That's my argument for having Ditto play, is it's going to be a personal foul against Arcanine. It's going to be a turnover, and Celadon gets it back. Into the game comes Parappa. Mr. Rhyme going onto the bench, and you know what? I'm going to be nice to set Celadon's bench. That was a strong shift for Mr. Rhyme. Well played, well-deserved rest as well. It's Parappa. He's got a wide-open Luffy. Decides to send it in the post to Scyther. At least ride the hot hand, I guess. Scyther over Raichu. He's turning around, and he's got it. Scyther's on fire. He's got 11. Arcanine at the other end. It's a 2-point game. Really struggled to score. They actually scored 2 points in the first 3 minutes of the quarter. Houndoom to Raichu. I guess it aged poorly when I said this is clearly the better bench. Raichu's going to let it fly from 3. That's good. One problem with Raichu is the inconsistency. Raichu, sometimes you get to see 10-plus points, and then on the other times you see like 2 points total. So getting a 3 on the board there is a strong sign. Scizor over Entei, major type disadvantage. That's no good, and Entei's got the rebound. Entei had a team high when these two teams faced off early in the season. It's Raichu. Arcanine to Houndoom. Houndoom to Entei. Entei's got a cutting Arcanine. He's going to have it. Arcanine spinning his way just inside the paint. His jumper's good. Arcanine's got 4. See, 42% from the field for Celadon. That's really the difference maker right now. Reason why they're why they're trailing by as much as 7 as well. Parappa's shot good with the foul. Parappa's got 8, really leading the way alongside Scyther for his team in a game where their star player Gyarados, not only should he be hoping to put up big numbers for the MVP case, but also he's the headliner. It's rivalry month. It's Gyarados against Shiny Gyarados. And Shiny Gyarados is outplaying him so far. Player that's fighting for even a consideration for an all-KBA party slot is outplaying the player who some people have as their MVP right now. Parappa's shot is good. Parappa's got 9. It's a 4-point game once again. Here comes Arcanine. Arcanine to Groudon. Groudon's got a type disadvantage against Executor. He finds Entei. Entei's got a major type advantage against Scizor. We'll see if they try to exploit that. It's Houndoom trying to muscle his way inside. It's no good. Luffy's got the rebound. Luffy taking it the other way. You wonder if Luffy's got some water type in him. Perhaps that would be an advantage against Houndoom. And Executor's going to miss the wide open shot inside. Arcanine, great feed. Houndoom with the finish. They move it quickly the other way, and they get some transition points. See, See Gyarados getting ready to sub back in, especially after that Executor wide open miss. Parappa takes it the other way, and he cruises through to the hoop. He's got 11, 4 for 4 shooting, 1 assist. Strong start for Parappa. Entei finds Houndoom. Houndoom could have had a shot if he was a little closer. Instead, he's going to take it to the top, find Groudon for 3. Got it! The big man Groudon from downtown. Lake of Rage. Leads by 7. Luffy off balance 3. No good, and it's, he was wide open. That's where you take a moment, adjust yourself before shooting the 3, and as a result, it's going to be a turnover.
Number 13.
It's Arcanine finding Groudon. Groudon to Entei. Entei over Scyther, it's no good. Rebound to Executor. They got the double center lineup. Executor, Gyarados. Gyarados over Arcanine. Can't finish. It's rebounded by Groudon. What's going on with Gyarados right now? Houndoom. Other way, taking it inside. Can't finish. That rolls over the rim, and it's rebounded by Celadon. I believe that's Executor coming away with it. What is Gyarados doing? Just standing next to Executor. He takes the feed. Executor has it. Executor. He's got Luffy cutting. Instead, he's going to pass it off to Parappa for 3. No good. Rebound to Groudon. Groudon's had a very imposing presence off the bench. It's Houndoom spinning his way around Scyther for the finish. Houndoom showing off some creativity. He's got 4. And Lake of Rage leads by 9. Parappa gets a screen. Parappa dribbles to his left. Taking it inside. Fouled by Arcanine. Rappa and Arcanine have been going at each other in this game. Rappa will once again head to the free throw line. He's got 11 so far. He is pretty much carrying the team, him and Scyther.
76ers. Number 22. 2 shots.
And now Parappa will be heading to the line for 2. Parappa's averaging under 15 points a game. He might reach that 15-point mark by the end of this one. First free throw is good. Parappa's got 12. And as I was saying, I think you might see people like Green Yoshi watching this game, Machoke watching this game, thinking, oh, this is my chance. If they allow a huge defensive game, that'll put them probably in the bottom half in terms of team defense. And you wonder, is that enough for DPOY? Gyarados currently enters probably as the favorite, but Celadon as a team, not great defense. A true elite defender elevates those around him as well. Here comes Executor against Entei. That's a good bank shot. Despite the tight disadvantage, Executor gets it done. Still shooting 42% as a team, though. Not ideal, but the lead is down to 5, fortunately. Arcanine to Raichu. Entei to Arcanine. Now, 40 points at half, that's not terrible. It's not terrible to allow 40 points and a half. About 80 points is probably around the average in an 8-minute quarter. Gyarados is going to get a block. Here comes Parappa. Other way. Finishes at the hoop. Parappa's got 15 and a half. Outscoring Primeape now. Arcanine has just let Parappa go to work. It's Houndoom. Physical defense from Luffy. It's Entei on the outside. He's defended by Executor. Finds a cutting Arcanine who got wide open. Just ran a circle around the defenders and was left all alone. He's got to finish. It's a 5-point game. 8 seconds to go in the half. Luffy to Parappa. Parappa, 3, 2, heaves it up, bounces out. Rebound by Groudon, and that'll do it for the opening half. It's a much less productive second quarter for Lake of Rage. In fact, they get outscored by 4 points. But the important thing is, they still hold a 42-37 lead at halftime. We'll be back with more action after the break. We're back in the Johto region. Johto's Lake of Rage taking on the Celadon City Slashers. Final game of the KBA regular season. And Lake of Rage leads 42-37 at the half. Primeape leading the way with 13 points. Parappa leading the way on the other side with 15. Curtis Coleman bringing you the axe for the KBA on Elite 4 TV. Now, one stat that really stands out in the first half, obviously, field goal percentage, only 42% for Celadon City right now. That's got to improve, but the steals right now, one total steal in this game, there's number 2. That steal comes courtesy of Shiny Gyarados. Hitmonchan finds Feraligatr. Feraligatr can't finish, grabs his own rebound, and finishes it off. Feraligatr's up to 4. He only had 4 in the last game. Really took him out of the MVP conversation. He'll see if he can find himself, maybe getting himself maybe a finalist nod. Luffy's going to heave it up. That's no good. He kind of lost the dribble for a sec, so he's just going to have to heave up a long 2, and it's no good. It's Raichu on the other side. Raichu crosses up Scyther. Raichu over to Shiny Gyarados. It's Hitmonchan in the corner. Hitmonchan at 7 in the first half. Is going to heave it up, and that's no good. It's rebounded by Gyarados. Gyarados had a terrible first half. 0 points. The only starter. One of the only 2 starters not to score. The other one being Monkey D. Luffy. It's Parappa taking it in and finishing. Parappa's got 17. He had 15 1-1 in the first half. Looks like he's going to have to put this team on his back yet again in the second half. Primeape, 3. No good. Shiny Gyarados is there, though. Can't put it in. Gyarados somehow covered a great distance, but he's going to get stripped of the ball by Shiny Gyarados, and it's going to be a foul. And Executor wants to have some words with Shiny Gyarados. Gyarados is like, hey, we don't do that to our kind. What an effort. I mean, firstly, what an effort from Gyarados to get back. Shiny Gyarados all alone to grab that O board. Doesn't get to it, but ends up getting the ball anyway on the steal. Shiny Gyarados already 2 steals in the first minute and 15 seconds of the second half. Shiny Gyarados has 4 points so far. He had 4 in the previous game between these 2 teams. He's going to hit the first free throw. Gyarados leads all bigs, or Shiny Gyarados leads all bigs, 3.2 assists a game. That's a pretty insane number. And it's really consistent, too. You see a lot of 4 assist games. You see a couple 5 assist games, and really just getting the job done, being a very versatile player. Like I said, this is a very unique team in Lake of Rage. Really, a lot of players that you don't really see elsewhere. A lot of unique players, a lot of one-of-a-kind players. Not plug-and-play, each player for a unique role. And there's going to be a rebound by Shiny Gyarados after Scizor's miss. They're still not really using Gyarados that much to his defense, and Gyarados going to swoop in, get the block against Primeape. See Gyarados trying. I mean, to be fair, if there's any poor team defensive performance, I mean, you can see why. Gyarados has to run around the court trying to keep up with all 5 players, it seems like, because one of them gets open, and Gyarados has to run to track him down. Shiny Gyarados on the inbound. Gives it off to Feraligatr. Feraligatr to Raichu. It's Primeape. Primeape gets a screen, puts it up. Won't go. Feraligatr's in there for the rebound and the putback. Feraligatr's got 6. Plus 9 rating as well. Lake of Rage. Up 9. Parappa finds a wide open Scyther. He hucks it up. That's good. He's got 13. Timeout Lake of Rage. I think we're wondering, how do we slow down Parappa? I mean, this is a 2-man show. It's 2 players that are single-handedly or single-wingedly keeping Celadon in this game. Scyther and Parappa, I mean, they've shut down their number 1 threat in Gyarados, but they haven't run away with it yet. Hitmonchan puts up a 3. No good. Gyarados on the board. Other way, Parappa, that's going to be blocked by Hitmonchan, I believe. Tried at corner 3 for Alligator. Primeape gets free and finishes. Primeape's got 15. He had 13 in the first quarter. None in the second. Now on the board for the second half. Luffy. And some great defense by Primeape as well. Luffy for 3. It sits on the rim and it rolls out. Feraligatr Gyarados nearly gets the steal. Raichu gives it off to Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan against Scyther. Oh my! Despite the 4-time resistance, it doesn't matter! Scyther fainted! Hitmonchan must have used Fire Punch, because that was super effective. Parappa on the other side. Luffy. No good. Rebound to shiny Gyarados. Lake of Rage just forcing misses. Strong defense by Lake of Rage. I didn't think I'd say that. Raichu to Primeape. Primeape for 3. No good. Gyarados on the rebound. Gyarados pushing it to Scyther. Scyther passes it forward. Shiny Gyarados! Rejecting Scizor!
76er substitution.
Into the game comes Inteleon. I mean, their defense, their bench has been not good this season, but Luffy's been terrible in this game as well. Parappa to Scyther. Gyarados in the post against the shiny version. Gyarados fakes once. Gyarados just puts it up. It's no good. Shiny Gyarados is putting on a clinic right now on how to shut down one of the best players in the league. Hitmonchan to Raichu for 3. Got it! 14-point game. Lake of Rage pulling away. Celadon probably feeling some rage right now. Parappa takes it inside, finishes. Parappa's got 19. Once again, carrying his squad. Rappa and Scyther combined for 32 right now. Hitmonchan at the other end, it's no good. Gyarados on the board. Scizor puts it up, no good. Of course it's no good. No one outside of Parappa and Scyther can score. Hitmonchan at the other side puts it in. Hitmonchan's got 11. Decent performance. 39% from the field by Celadon. It's just atrocious offensively. Inteleon's got a wide open Scyther. Decides to pass it inside. Scyther's been great this game too. Inteleon for 3. Got it! You know what? I respect that. Ball don't lie. Inteleon drains it. Raichu. Blocked by Gyarados. Gyarados is a 4-time disadvantage, and it's going to be a turnover. Shiny Gyarados grabbed the rebound, but stepped behind the half-court line.
Substitution on the court.
Timeout called by Celadon. They need something right now. They're down 11. Nobody outside of Parappa and Scyther can score. This is going to be what this shift is going to be huge in determining the outcome of the game. Scizor to Scyther. Gives it off. Inteleon, long 2. Good.
Number 23.
Inteleon's got 5. They're going to need Inteleon to come alive. Known for his shooting ability. Hasn't shown it at all this season, though. Marshadow takes the feed. Blocked by Scyther. Great reach by Scyther to get there. It'll remain Lake of Rage ball. But Marshadow thought he had a free bucket, and Scyther refuted that claim. Shiny Gyarados to Feraligatr against Scizor. It's Hitmonchan. That pass over to Marshadow. Marshadow to Gyarados. Shiny Gyarados. Alley-oop! And look at that. Look at what being able to pass well brings to the table. Feraligatr's there for the alley-oop. Big-to-big connection. Mr. Rhyme on the other end. Mr. Rhyme's got Inteleon at the top, but decides to pass it to Scyther in the post. Scyther going to work. Scyther is against Marshadow. Scyther backing into him, getting nothing. No good. Feraligatr's got the rebound. You gotta shoot well against Lake of Rage, because they're gonna be all over the boards. Blocked from Scizor against Feraligatr on the other end. Gyarados sends it forward. Scizor can't finish. It'll be some free throws on the way, though, for Scizor. Shiny Gyarados called for the foul.
First team foul. Shooting for Philadelphia.
And I mean, it looks like at this point in the game, it's more looking like a defensive display by the Lake of Rage as opposed to Celadon being poor defensively.
Shoot 2.
So honestly, fair game. Scizor's at the line. He's got 2 points right now. It's been a major issue this season at certain points. Shooting way too much. Scizor is a defensive specialist. He comes in, thinks he's an offensive star, and that's really holding the team back at certain occasions. Granted, he's elite defensively. I mean, like, he could be an all-defensive player. Right now, what you see out of him is a bit underwhelming. You see he's shooting 42% from the field. It's not ideal. Marshadow spins in tight against Scyther. It's good. Marshadow's on the board. 40% from the field in the second half. 6 more field goals attempted. And Scyther takes the feed and throws it down. Good response for Scyther, who's got 15. Strong game for Scyther. Hitmonchan against Mr. Rhyme. Lets it fly. No good. Rebound. Tipped to Gyarados by himself. Gyarados charging up the court. Gives it to Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme. Few crossovers. Mr. Rhyme, bounce pass to Scizor. Defended by Feraligatr. Nice feed behind him to Mr. Rhyme. Good give and go. Mr. Rhyme's got 7. You know what? I'm not going to put any blame on Mr. Rhyme. Mr. Rhyme's played very well in this game. Feraligatr has it now. The lead is all of a sudden down to 7. Hitmonchan is going to finish, make that lead 9 once again. Hitmonchan, the league scoring champion with 13 and decent efficiency as well. You got to imagine. I don't have the numbers, but I haven't seen too many bad shot selections, to be honest. Inteleon's going to let it fly. It's no good. Rebound by Marshadow, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Lake of Rage, 8 minutes away from getting a rematch in the first round of the playoffs. They lead 63 to 54 through 3.
The 76ers.
We'll be back with more action after this. We're back inside the Johto region. Take a look at the assist of the game. And yeah, that big-to-big play, that's the first thing that came to mind for me. Big-to-big assist. It shows off Shiny Gyarados' ability to pass the ball. What makes him such a unique talent. What makes Feraligatr such a unique talent. It's that bond that all the bigs seem to have right now on Lake of Rage that makes them so dangerous. And I'd argue, at their best, when they're playing well, Lake of Rage might very well be the best team in the KBA. That's when they're playing at their best, though. They're very inconsistent. Raichu lets it fly. That's no good. Rebound to Zoro, getting his first action of the game. You know what they say? Don't give it up, Zoro. Inteleon for 3. Good! Inteleon's got 8, and all of a sudden, it's just a 6-point game. Lake of Rage has really controlled the majority of it, but now perhaps is Celadon trying to get back in it. They've only got 1 steal in this game. That's another thing Lake of Rage has done really well. They've taken care of the ball. Red Gyarados puts it up. No good. Rebound to Zoro, and I think that's his first. That was a 3-10. That's his first missed 3 of the year. Alolan Sandslash takes the feed, puts it in. Lead down to 4. We've got ourselves a game, folks. It's Raichu against Alolan Sandslash. Puts it up. No good. Gyarados on the glass. Gyarados has done a fantastic job this second half, preventing any offensive rebounds. And Zoro, like a samurai. I'm not sure how a samurai dunks a basketball, but let's say that's just clip farming. Arcanine. Houndoom on the outside's got a tight disadvantage against Inteleon. We'll see what he can do, though. Houndoom heaves it up. Hand in his face, it's no good. Here comes Celadon, a chance to tie. Zoro, blocked by Feraligatr. He was ready for it. Shiny Gyarados on the other side. Major mismatch. Shiny Gyarados finishes. He's got 8 points. And has really led the defensive effort. And it's the reason that they lead the game. Timeout Slashers.
Timeout called for Philadelphia.
They're within 4, so they know they can do it. They just need Gyarados to start hitting his shots. Luffy to start hitting his shots. Get Parappa back out there. Remember, 44 of their points right now have come from 2 players. Gyarados at the top to Parappa. Lets it fly on the step back. No good. Raichu's on the board. Arcanine's going to dribble it right out of bounds. What is he doing? Not very legendary from the legendary Pokemon. And Ditto's thinking, will I need to sub in? We talked about it earlier. Obviously, there'd be a little bit of a giveaway due to the face Ditto has, but let's imagine that in the KVA it doesn't work like that. Parappa finds Zoro. Zoro's jumper. No good. Rebound to Feraligatr. Feraligatr dribbles it up, gives it off to Shiny Gyarados. At this point, it's been a nice team effort. Primeape still the team's leading scorer with 15. But it's their defense that's really carrying the day. Feraligatr inside! That was as easy as 1, 2, 3. Feraligator's got a double-double. And throws it down over Parappa, who really had no chance there against a monstrous opponent in Feraligatr. Parappa is going to find Zoro in the finishes over Primeape. Zoro with 4. Lead down to 4. Shiny Gyarados dribbles it up. Gives it off to Arcanine. Arcanine, Raichu, 3. No good. Rebound to Gyarados. Zoro. Lost the dribbles, gonna give it off to Parappa. Parappa back to Zoro. Zoro. Great feed! Alolan Sandslash got open! Alolan Sandslash having a great game. Honestly, it's their bench that's keeping them in it. What a strong game for Celadon's bench. Raichu takes it on the outside. Thought about shooting. Alolan Sandslash gets in there. Plays some nice defense. It's Primeape against Monkey D. Luffy. Feraligatr calling for it. Primeape spins his way into the paint. Primeape gotta get something off. Puts it up. No good. Rebound. Feraligatr's there. Finds Primeape. Primeape fakes out Luffy. He's gonna pull up. Blocked by Zoro. Zoro takes it the other way. Parappa drives. Fouled by Feraligatr. Parappa goes to the hoop and takes the contact. Parappa has a chance to tie things up.
Shooting for Philadelphia.
Take a break. Take a break.
Number
2
22.
shots.
2 shots.
The monster trio getting the job done defensively. Luffy and Zoro played a great job. Obviously no Sanji on the team, but what a great play that was for Zoro especially. Parappa's got the first free throw. 3:27 to go. Second free throw's good. Parappa's got 21 points. Timeout, Lake of Rage. 203 seconds to play in the KBA regular season. 67 apiece. We're tied right now. And I mean, what else is there to say? It's been great. Player of the game, Parappa. Yeah. Other side, it's Primeape. Primeape or Shiny Gyarados, and then it's Parappa for Celadon. And yeah, I mean, it's been a low-scoring game, to be honest, so that DPOI campaign still very much on. All defensive campaign very much on for Celadon's players. Lake of Rage, it's a strong position to see before the playoffs, playing some strong defense. Hitmonchan over Parappa, no good. A Lowland Sandslash on the board, and to be honest, I don't really mind him being out here at this point. I know he's heated up, and he's deserved to heat it up. He's had a great fourth quarter, including that for the lead. Celadon City takes the lead. A Lowland Sandslash has ice in his veins.
Number 33. At the line for one.
A Lowland Sandslash at one point was the lowest scoring player in the entire KBA. Now in this one has 8 points right now. Huge reason why Celadon now leads. That's 30 bench points for Celadon City. 30 to 15. Huge gap, and it makes me eat my words from earlier. Alley-oop attempt intercepted by Gyarados. Gyarados sends it to a Lowland Sandslash. Oh my! A Lowland Sandslash has undressed everybody! 18-4 run! Timeout, Lake of Rage, they need it! 2:40 to go! And a Lowland Sandslash. Who would have thought would be the hero in this one? And I know I said going into this game virtually means nothing to Celadon, but let's be real here. Would you rather be facing a Lake of Rage who they've shown they can compete with the top teams in the league, or Pallet Town, who really has it? Obviously, I could eat my words there, but just as of right now, I'd rather face Pallet Town than Lake of Rage. It's an and one opportunity coming for Hitmonchan. We know Hitmonchan's been very clutch this season. Luffy, can't believe it. Luffy, you've been kind of useless this game, buddy. Hitmonchan will head to the free throw line. It's 15 right now. That leads the team.
At the line for Los Angeles, number 7.
Hitmonchan at the line. 2:34 to go. It's good. Hitmonchan's got 16. That's a team high. 72 to 70. Celadon leads. Now, it's not officially a clutch game until it's within 5 with under a minute to go. But for the record this year, when Clutch Player of the Year voting comes around, it's going to be primarily these teams represented. These two teams have been elite in the clutch this season. 5-3 for Lake of Rage, 6-2 for Celadon. Those are the two best records in the league. Luffy finally on the board, breezing by, finishing it off. He's got 2. And Celadon's got the lead by 4. It's Hitmonchan finding Raichu in the corner. Raichu creates a bit of space, blocked by Gyarados! And Gyarados, despite his difficulties offensively, has been as elite as ever on the defensive end. And I talked about how Lake of Rage looked so amazing in the first quarter. Other opponents for DPOI were celebrating at this stage. I mean, it's looking like it's going to be a lower scoring game. Hitmonchan's jumper, no good. Gyarados swallows up the rebound. Gyarados rushes to Zoro. Zoro. Parappa, open 3! You know it! Parappa's got 24! A game high! Hitmonchan at the other end. Hitmonchan takes it in. Can't finish. Parappa with some great defense. Gyarados is there once again. Parappa slows it down. 90 seconds to go. Parappa finds Zoro. Fading away. He's got it! And what a showing for Celadon's bench. I mean, I was talking bad about them in the second quarter, and they've come out here and they've said, look at us, we're heating up right now. You do not want to face us in the playoffs. Hitmonchan, that rolls out. Parappa's on the glass into the final minute. Celadon City's not even going to get to pad their win totals in crunch time. Because in this fourth quarter, the Slashers have pulled away. Zoro to Parappa. Luffy for 3. He got it!
3 points.
What a showing for Celadon. I mean, talked about how reliant they are on. They're so top heavy. They go in. Gyarados, their best player, no points in this game. And that does not matter at all. They have come out here, shut down the best offense in the league, and are making a statement. Celadon is legit. Celadon is a championship contender. Celadon is going to win this one. 84-70 your final. What a fourth quarter. What a victory. And what a momentum builder going into the playoffs. Lake of Rage falls to the 8th seed, but to be honest, they're them. They know they can beat Goldenrod. It's not the worst scenario ever. Meanwhile, Celadon will face Pallet Town in the first round of the playoffs. And of course, the playoffs are going to start very soon. Next game, in fact, will be the playoffs. They're interviewing Executor for some reason. Not sure why, but you know what? Fair play. Their bench was fantastic. I guess Executor is the face of the bench. But that'll do it from us. Next time you see us, it'll be the playoffs where you hear from us at least. But until then, for all our friends at the KBN Elite 4 TV, I'm Curtis Coleman. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.